The final phase of episode 60 expands on the emotional clarity established earlier. The episode stays consistent with its controlled pace, allowing each character to settle into their new understanding. Is no rush toward resolution. Every scene is shaped to show gradual improvement in communication and awareness. The segment opens with a reflective moment for Humayoun Ashraf's character. He stands in a quiet space, taking time to process the conversations of the day. The scene does not include dialogue. It uses silence to show internal balance. His expression is calm, suggesting he has reached a point where the emotional burden is lighter than before. This moment indicates that clarity once missing has begun to take shape. The episode transitions to the female lead in a similar setting. She too is reflecting on everything said and unsaid. Her silence expresses more than dialogue could. She is no longer uncertain. She is no longer overwhelmed by external expectations. Instead, she appears centered, aware that trust requires effort from both sides. Her expressions signal that she is ready for a more thoughtful approach moving forward. Next scene brings both characters into an environment with more activity. Family members are present. Conversations take place in the background. Even in a more social setting, the tone remains thoughtful. The family watches the main characters, noticing the shift in their dynamic. While nothing has been fully resolved, the atmosphere is noticeably more open. Tension has reduced. Mutual respect has taken its place. In this setting, Humayoun's character interacts with a key elder. The elder speaks calmly, reflecting on the events of the previous episodes. They highlight the importance of clarity in relationships. They remind him that courage is not only in confrontation, but also in communication. The elder's advice is grounded, steady, and neutral. It does not favor one side. Emphasizes responsibility and the value of understanding. Humayoun listens respectfully, acknowledges the guidance without resistance. This moment is subtle but relevant, as it shows that he is open to learning and adjusting. It reveals that he values the relationships around him, even those that challenged him earlier. The episode then shifts to a small but meaningful interaction between the two main characters. They exchange a simple greeting, a gesture, or a few neutral words. The exchange appears ordinary, but it carries symbolic weight. This is the first time in several episodes that their interaction feels natural rather than strained. The tone is polite. It is balanced. There's no emotional pressure, no unresolved tension pressed into their dialogue. They communicate with ease. Even if briefly, a supporting character observes this exchange with a quiet sense of reassurance. Their expression indicates relief, as they understand the significance of small progress. It reflects the reality that healing relationships often begin with understated steps rather than large declarations. Another moment occurs when the female lead takes responsibility. In a conversation with someone close to her. She admits that misunderstandings influenced her judgment. She acknowledges that she should have asked more questions before forming conclusions. The submission is calm, measured, and thoughtful. She does not blame anyone. She does not criticize herself harshly. She simply recognizes that assumptions can distort the truth. The self-awareness is a key emotional progression in the episode. Following this, Humayoun's character has a short conversation with a friend or advisor. The dialogue focuses on future steps. They discuss how trust should be rebuilt slowly. They emphasize that consistency, not apology, strengthens relationships. The discussion remains grounded, avoiding emotional exaggeration. It demonstrates that both characters are surrounded by individuals who encourage maturity. As the episode moves toward its final scenes, Both main characters take part in a shared environment again. This time, they stand closer. Without the emotional distance that shaped earlier episodes, they still do not rush into major decisions. They do not make promises. They do not revisit every detail of the conflict. Instead, they remain present, demonstrating through their posture and tone that progress has begun. The camera or narrative focus lingers on their quiet proximity. This subtle closeness communicates what dialogue does not. Understanding is returning, respect is returning, balance is returning. In one of the final moments, the female lead offers another small gesture. It could be an acknowledgement, a respectful sentence, a thoughtful glance, whatever form it takes. It carries meaning. It confirms that she is ready to move forward without fear or confusion. It shows she wants clarity to replace misunderstanding. Humayoun's response mirrors her tone. He gives a nod, a calm expression, or a neutral but warm reply. This confirms that he accepts the effort she is making. The connection between them becomes steady once again, though still developing at a responsible pace. The final scene of episode 60 focuses on quiet closure rather than emotional intensity. The two characters stand near each other, sharing the same space with renewed awareness. Their silence is meaningful, not empty. It reflects the realization that conflicts can be resolved not through dramatic confrontation, but through consistent communication and thoughtful reflection. The episode ends without sudden emotional shifts or bold resolutions. Instead, it closes on a grounded note that reflects the reality of relationships built on mutual respect. Progress is visible, but incomplete. Understanding is present, but still growing. The foundation for the next stage of their relationship has been set. Episode 60 concludes with a clear message. Clarity becomes possible when individuals choose to listen. Trust grows when assumptions are replaced with questions. Respect strengthens when communication becomes honest and consistent. This final part of the episode prepares viewers for the developments ahead. It signals that the story has shifted from misunderstanding to gradual healing. It sets the emotional tone for the upcoming episode, where these small steps may grow into larger decisions and clearer commitments. Episode 60 ends not with closure, but with direction. Not with resolution, but with readiness. Not with certainty, but with careful hope.